Hello friends, I hope you are going extremely well. Today we are going to talk about what is ERP. And this is a business owner's viewpoint. So if you are a senior executive within an organization or you are a business owner, you want to understand what is ERP. You may already be using ERP or you may have heard about ERP. This session is for you. So we are going to look at ERP, what ERP is from a business owner's viewpoint. Okay, let's get into it. So covering the basics, we are going to cover few topics that we have already covered in the last session. I'll put the details of the last session we had in the description below. So if you like to cover these foundation topics, please go and check that video before we jump on this one. But in this specific session will quickly cover those basic topics and move forward quickly. So what is enterprise? So this is purely from a definition perspective, so we can relate to things as we move forward. So enterprise is an structured entity that utilize resources, what we call as enterprise resources, to deliver an outcome, and the outcome could be a service or a product or both to its customers. So enterprise is a business, it is an organization that is utilizing resources to deliver an outcome to their customers. And an example could be a retail organization, manufacturing organization, members based organization that is utilizing resources, which could be human resources, raw materials, which is manufactured into the finished products, to its customers or members, and it adds value to its stakeholders. So that's what an enterprise is. We covered at a bit more detail level in the last session, so take a look if you're interested in that. Enterprise resources can be different types. Again, the details in the last session, but these are human resources, information, raw materials, stock, etc., which we utilize to deliver an outcome, finished product or the service or both to our end customers. And what we have established in the last session is that key to success for any enterprise is how effectively we utilize these enterprise resources. So any business will be successful or is successful if it is optimally managing and utilizing its resources effectively end to end. So these are a few topics which we covered in the last session. Please take a look if you're interested in a bit more detail before jumping to the specific session. Now, this is basic stuff which we covered before. Now we're going to jump to the main topic. And what is ERP? So from what we've just covered now, enterprise resource planning software. So ERP stands for enterprise resource planning. And as a just using that full form, I could say a software that is used to plan enterprise resources is called as enterprise resource planning software. So I'm just using that term, but that doesn't give justice to what ERP is, because it is much more wider and it has got a lot of depth, the software, the platform itself. So we'll uncover what exactly this is in from a theory perspective, and then we'll take some examples as well. So taking a next level, enterprise resource planning software, we will say it is an integrated platform that helps us to plan. So that's one, manage, number two, and optimize enterprise resources to deliver outcome to our customers. So this is like the second definition which does justice with what ERP is. So consider ERP as a one standard integrated platform that helps us to manage, optimize, plan our enterprise resources, whether the enterprise resources is human resource, or it is raw material stock, or it is any other items, information, it could be utilities, it doesn't matter. So consider ERP is one software that is helping us to manage all the enterprise resources end to end. So that's a theory, that's in theory to cover some basics from the foundation side. I hope that is making a little bit sense. Now we are going to use some examples from different types of enterprise or different types of businesses, and we'll try to put this definition, which we just covered, in bit more detail, and it will give us a business context and it will make some more sense. So let's jump right into it. All right, firstly, we are going to take an example of professional services organization. Now, professional service, just to make things a little easier for us, we say it's a project management based organization. So they deliver projects to their customers. Now, in this specific organization, if I ask what is the key enterprise resource, now here the key enterprise resource, the core enterprise resource is the human resource, the project managers or the consultants who are working for this organization and delivering the projects to their customers. Yeah, so the core resource here or core enterprise resource here is the consultants, the project managers that are delivering projects to the customers. So the ERP, the enterprise resource planning software in this instance, is going to manage, plan, and optimize these project managers and deliver end-to-end services to the end customers. And let's see how it happens. So let's first of all, we've got all these project managers. We want to understand which resource, which project manager is working on which projects. So resource allocation is managed within the ERP. The project itself, so the project management of multiple projects, it is within the ERP as well. So now you see, visualize that the project managers are now billing their time within the project. Now all the project deliverables are managed within the ERP. We take a next step and say, okay, now there is a billing. So we have to bill our customer based upon a milestone, or if it's a fixed price, whatever the terms are. Now the billing is through the ERP as well, because we've got the time allocated to each project within the ERP. We can now start billing our customers, sending invoices to our customers within using that ERP as well. Now we can track how well we are performing and how much profitability we have because of the information sitting within the ERP. So how much resources are costing us sitting within ERP, how much we are selling for, and the difference, and so forth. So all that information is sitting within ERP. Now we can manage how profitable our projects are, and from a client service perspective, in a real time, we can provide information to our customers, say how well the projects are running, the reporting out of the projects as a project status reports, and risk management, and anything to do with if the projects are going out of budget or there are change requests. So the entire end-to-end management reporting and profitability, and these are all different aspects. Yeah, so all these different aspects of the service within professional services organization is now managed within one software. Information is available in real time, and that's the power of ERP. I hope that is now sort of making a bit more sense. I am with you still. And say, for instance, you may say, look, I'm not in professional services. Let's take another example. So the other example is trade and distribution. So imagine organization using ERP. Now, this specific organization is trade and distribution, which means stuff is coming in and stuff is going out. So they have a warehouse. It could be more than one warehouse. The key resource, if I ask you, what is the key resource for trade and distribution organization? Uh, the key resource is their stock, their inventory, because that's what they are selling. And how effectively, how optimally they are managing their inventory and shipping their inventory will determine the success of this specific organization. So the key resource being inventory and supply chain and logistics. So how effectively they are able to ship the products to their customers, that is the key resource or set of resources that are now managed within the ERP. So we'll take a next level down. So inventory, the common problem is I may be purchasing too much of certain stuff within, and that's the capital invested for buying the stock. And there may be few things which I'm selling quickly, others are sitting there and my capital is now blocked. A few things within that inventory is getting out of warranty, few things are perhaps getting expired, few are fast moving, others are slow moving. So there are so many different variables, and ERP helps me as a business owner of this specific organization to optimize my stock, my inventory. Moving to the supply chain, it helps to streamline my shipping, packaging, and delivery. And this is the optimization. There's so many steps in between. Similarly, purchasing, and then that's another aspect too, and putting them in the right bins. So the entire management and shipping of the stock, which is the key resource or enterprise resource in trade and distribution, is managed within one system, within this ERP. And that helps to process and fulfill, it helps to fulfill our orders quickly in real time, give status updates to our customers, all that financial tracking, billing, returns, all the financial aspect of invoicing and the accounts payable, receivable, all those aspects are managed within the ERP as well. So you can see the power of one system, and because if one variable changes, it automatically informs the other divisions, departments within the organization. Entire information is in real time, and that's the power of an integrated one platform, which we call as ERP. Okay, that may help. Now this is trade and distribution. Let's move to the next one. This is retail, and there are different type of retail organizations. So let's take this specific retail organization is a fashion brand. They have got multiple retail stores. If I ask you what is the key resource, it is again their inventory, where we want to understand what is selling fast, where the demand is, where things needs to be promoted more. And now the customer is with us real time, and we will be able to see, okay, if the customer is asking for a design or a size, which store holds it, can we order it? If promotions are running, we need information real time. Again, end-to-end management of our inventory, shipping, and optimizing the point of sale processes in one system. Yeah, so end to end. Again, this is an example of retail, which is not much different from trade and distribution, but it is a the customer experience, it should be at the next level. And again, information in real time is much more important. And yeah, promotions, it's a little bit of customer experience part takes, really we need to have that at next level within these organizations. But the key aspect, the key topic here is the enterprise resources management is in one system. End-to-end processes are in one system, and hence we can get real-time information and have a good handle on what's going on in our business at any point in time. And that's the power that ERP offers to us in this specific example of retail. Moving to manufacturing, that's where the power of ERP has their sort of, if you look history, they originated from manufacturing, but now modern ERPs, they are designed to be adding value to any type of enterprise. And we'll move quickly on this one since we have covered our basis. Now, manufacturing, if I ask, okay, what is the key enterprise resource? Now, key enterprise resource is obviously quite a few. First is, say, inventory stock, which we are utilizing to manufacture a product, and we have got assets which needs to be managed. We want to maintain, manage, and add cost to the manufacturing process. Again, there's a production planning, quality control, supply chain from the inventory operations and shipping perspective. So it's much more complex, but that's where the power is, where the end-to-end management of our resources is this one system, which is our ERP. The information is in real time, and all my resources can be managed in one system. Yeah, so I won't repeat what we just covered before. This is another example where now in one system I'm managing my stock, my assets, production, end-to-end processes, my quality control, the supply chain and logistics side of things as well. And there is more to it. I'm just trying to keep it at a high level. But again, this is a power of ERP, one system, end-to-end real-time information, yeah, for all departments. So I hope that helps to paint a bit of a picture when we say ERP, what exactly these platforms are and the value they add to our enterprise, to our business. That's pretty much the end of this session. But the key takeaway from this session is you may be sitting in one of these sort of scenarios. You may be sort of thinking, okay, look, good SP, I know now what ERP is. We have ERP. We already have ERP in our organization. Thumbs up. However, you may be thinking, oh, look, not for us. We do not need ERP. We are not sort of organization that will be benefited by using ERP or implementing ERP. Okay. And the third one is I'm thinking whether we should have ERP in our system, in our organization or not. In each of these scenarios, doesn't matter which scenario you are in, I'll cover one by one, but I want to give you few things to ponder. Consider that as your homework. Already have ERPs, that's the first one. So you already have ERP in your organization. Things I would like you to consider is take a note of all the different enterprise resources you have in your organization. Against each of those enterprise resources, can you see, can you tick, can you assess that all the enterprise resources we are optimally utilizing using our ERP, and we are optimally fully utilizing the ERP? What tends to happen is implementation is say 5 years old, 10 years old, then nothing is done to keep that ERP up to date, or the modules that we have implemented in first instance in the initial project, we just those modules are still in place and nothing else. Or uh, many times really, as people come and go in any organization, they invent their own ways of utilizing uh, the systems which are outside the standard ERP. So there are manual processes that crop in. So thing I would like you to consider, number one is, if you're already using ERP, are you optimally utilizing it? Number one. The second scenario is, I don't need ERP. I would really like to challenge you. Doesn't matter how big, small you are, there is value that ERPs are there for you to offer. So consider these software as a basic software that we must have to add value and move forward and really be successful in our organization. So I would really like to challenge if you're thinking, oh, not for us. Third is, if you're considering ERP and thinking about it, give us a shout. If you need any help, please reach out, post a comment, post a question in the comments below. I'll share email address. Send us a question, and if any assistance or any help is required, more than happy to offer some assistance, guidance. With that, I take your leave. I really hope this session is helpful. And with that, we'll close the session. My name is SP. I'm from Bani Consulting, and we partner with medium-sized businesses, helping where you are in your business, where you want to be in your business, and help you plan your roadmap, technology roadmap, to help you achieve your business goals. So we work at the technology layer, keeping an eye or considering your business objectives. So with that, I take your leave. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much.